Today on the program, we'll be looking at how policies of Governor Mai Mala Buni's administration have been targeted at developing commerce, industry, and tourism in Yobe State. And our guest is the Honorable Commissioner for Commerce, Industry, and Tourism, Honorable Bama Shetima. Welcome to the program, sir. Yeah. When this administration came on board and portfolios were given to commissioners, what was your mandate? Just give us an overview of the mandate of your ministry.
Thank you very much. My mandate as Commissioner for Commerce, Industries and Tourism is to work in line with the administration policies in matters related to commerce, industries and tourism. And also to relate with sister government, the federal government, the organized private sector, and other non-governmental organizations on how best to relate with them in matters that will be beneficial to the state.
In what specific ways now has there been interventions by Governor Mai Mala Buni's administration to this sector, commerce especially?
In the commerce sector, on assumption of duty of His Excellency during his inaugural speech, he made it clear that he will develop the economy sector of the state. So from that, he started with the commerce sector by unveiling a plan, a mega plan to build ultra-modern markets across the three geopolitical zones of the state. One in Damaturu, other one in Pachiskum, we have one in Geshua, we have one in Guru. And currently, plans are underway to commence the construction of Gaydam Ultra Modern Market, and also one in Galda. All plans are on the way to commence that market. And the Damaturu Ultra Modern Market was awarded about a year ago at a cost of 3.8 billion. And the progress work is now about 80% completion. It consists of about 638 shops. It has stores, sufficient parking space, road networks, provision of water, and then fire station, the security post. It's a complete package of a modern market. Same applies to the other modern markets. So the one in Pachiskum is about 577 shops and other facilities. And then one in Geshua is about 505 shops. And then one in Guru is 577 shops as well. So these markets, is aimed at first to provide the basic needed infrastructure for the general socioeconomic development of our population, and then to enhance internally generated revenue, as well to provide more employment, and then also to promote the commercial trading activities of our people.
But in this state now, let's talk tourism. It's also under your ministry. How do you make tourism attractive in this state? Because even in Nigeria, tourism becoming attractive has been a problem. People rather travel to destinations outside the country on tourism.
The Buni administration is committed to revive the tourism industry in the states. You could remember last year we participated in the Nui Ganga Bade Fishing Festival, which is a very historic festival, which has not been, which has not been attended for almost 15 years, but this administration made it possible to see that it happened. And then now the government has given directive to the ministry to work out how best to revive the other sites, especially we have the Gazagamu, bringing Gazagamu, the remains of the Bring Gazagamu, the headquarters of the former Sefewa dynasty, is one of the longest dynasty in the world that lasted for over 800 years. So then we have the Dafuna Kenu, it's a nearly 1,000 years old canoe. Now we have the site in Damatu, and then we have this the Gona Bird Sanctuary by the local government. We have the Desert of Hope in Tulu and Kaska in the local governments. So we are working with other private sector to see how best we put these sites into tourist attraction.
There are some factories in Yobe State that had become moribund over time and were no longer functioning optimally. And we hear that this administration plans to resuscitate them. How are those plans going?
Yeah, really, before the advent of this administration, almost all the factories in the states were not working, and then the new administration is committed to see that these factories become functional, and in this regard, he committed a huge sum of money to see that the resuscitation of these industries is carried out. And thank God, successfully, the government have resuscitated the Yobe flour mill in Patiskum, the Yobe Sahel Aluminium Company also in Patiskum, the wooden sack industries in Damatru have also been resuscitated. And then currently we are working on fertilizer blending plant in Ujuba and free-stress fall production industry in Damatru. The work in these two industries is almost 80 to 85%.
These factories you talked about, has anyone started performing optimally, like producing or?
Yeah, the aluminum company is working. The flour mill also is making production, as well as the wooden sack.
Okay, let's talk about approval of funds now, because this seems to be a major issue, especially now that there's this economic downturn, the country is in recession. How has funds been made available to achieve some of these mandates?
With regard to this project, we have funds available, funds set aside for this project. So when CV is presented by contractors, payment usually made instantly. We don't have funds stress actually.
How are you ensuring that traders get access to loans to help improve their businesses?
We are working closely with the federal government policies of this ANCO Borrowers program, and we are creating awareness to the population. We are creating much awareness to see that they participated in this program, and actually they have been participating, and also benefits, it is yielding benefits.
Okay, finally now, how would you describe the leadership style of Governor Mai Mala Buni?
Governor Buni is focused, and also is very charismatic leader. He commands high respect because of his, accountability procedure, because he always insists on due process. Whatever the government is doing, due process must be followed. So all the contracts and everything, all procurements and everything has to undergo a strict scrutiny to ensure that due process is followed. He's a committed leader. He always listens to the voices of his people.
Okay, in Pottiscombe, you know, it's also a town that has a huge volume of commercial activity going on there, and with a lot of trailers. The government has put in place, or the government promised to build a trailer park so that there will be a kind of organization, an organized setting in that place. What is the situation now with the trailer park?
The Bunia administration awarded the construction of modern trailer transit park in Pottiscombe, which is a very strategic location at the cost of 2.8 billion. And the work have started, so far started on the site, and the trailer park will provide about 5,000 jobs, direct and indirect jobs. So it has all the facilities that needed for a trailer park, and then it will boost the economy of Pottiscombe and the state and the North East region at large, because it is one of the biggest trailer park in northern Nigeria.
How many percent complete is it now?
I think I just started last 2 months. So we go there.
Well, that's our conversation with the Commissioner for Commerce, Industry and Tourism in Yobe State, Honorable Barma Shetima, telling us all that the administration of Governor Mai Mala Buni is doing to improve trade, industry and tourism in the state. Thank you very much for watching.